Greetings, dear ChatGPT learners. So you have already learned the basics of ChatGPT. You learned what is ChatGPT, how does it work, and you know how to compose simple prompts. So now we are gonna go to our next module, and here we are learning to work with ChatGPT in more advanced way. So today we are writing articles with ChatGPT. Alright, so today's topic is writing articles with ChatGPT. So if you are gonna write an article and you want to write, of course, a good article, then you need to give a specialized prompt. For example, if you want an article with a certain number of characters or words, then you can specify that in your request. If you want to make your text simpler or more complex, with a certain structure, formal, informal, in a different language, whatever, then you can also request that from ChatGPT. We already know the act as function, right? So you can use it in writing articles as well. You can even ask ChatGPT to elaborate a structure for your article if you don't have a clear idea about it. All right, so let's get started and see how it works in real life. So we are working with ChatGPT 3.5 today. It's more than enough to write the articles. And this version, of course, works faster. So let's write an article about Canadian tax system. So I assume each of you have to file taxes in Canada every year. So that would be a pretty useful article. Let's start typing. Write an article about Canadian tax system. What else do we want to specify here? For example, the number of words. The article should be around 1000 words. Also keep in mind that ChatGPT is trained on the data before January 2022. So some information after that date it may just not know. Okay, now you see this article. It's pretty long. If you want to check the number of words, if it's important for you, I can copy and paste it in Word, for example. Okay, words. A little bit fewer than we requested, but you can always modify your request. You can certain paragraph and ChatGPT to rewrite this paragraph. See what actually we can do here. Introduction, types of taxes, taxation principles, recent developments, COVID-19 relief measures. Well, I don't know if it's not relevant right now. Tax planning and compliance, and conclusion. Okay, GPT just wrote whatever it considers necessary for this article. We can always specify the request. For example, I would like to elaborate on how to file taxes, for example. There you go. Gather required documents, choose a filing method, complete tax return, calculate tax owed or refund. I would say this is not too relevant because the CRA will calculate taxes for you. But still, remember that we can always copy this text and then edit it according to our needs. Say we don't like what ChatGPT wrote for us. I can just request from scratch. But first, I will say, please elaborate the structure for the article about taxes in Canada. There we go. So now it has a structure, 8 points, and we can actually select each of the points, and that you can always break down your request into simpler requests, and that will give you a higher quality result. Understanding Canadian tax system. Okay, if you want a 1000 word article, you can calculate approximately how many words will be for each section. For example, we'll select this one, Understanding Canadian tax system. Types of taxes. Recent developments, well, take into account its knowledge until January 2022, we won't take it. How to file taxes in Canada, good, very good, we'll take it. And introduction and conclusion, yeah. So we have selected 5 paragraphs, and we can just ask ChatGPT to about 200 words about each paragraph. So you can do it yourself to see how it works. Then you can compile the article and actually see the result. I am sure that the result will be good. Just experiment with it and the result will come out soon. So your home task will be to continue this article and to finish it. For this purpose, I will share with you the link. I will share this conversation. I can show you how to do that. You see this button on the top right corner. So just press it. Share link to chat. So this is my chat, and then you can just copy link. The link is copied. Then I can paste it, for example, in your assignment. And this is the link. So you can follow this link and copy all the necessary information from the chat. You can share chat links in this way with anyone. Just remember that only part of the chat that was available before sharing will be available to the person with whom you share this link. So whatever you write after that point won't be available. All right? That's about it for today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next lesson.